Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Black and Red Builds channel. Good to have you here as always. You've come to the right place if you are looking for model building, wooden models, brick models, metal models, big giant models. We build it all here on the Black and Red Builds channel. But today we're going to be continuing on with our FANHOME epic Darth Vader model right here. This is stages 25 through 29. I'm not going to say packs anymore because they're shorting us one stage every month here in the United States, supposedly to save us money. I'm not sure how that's saving us money, but that's what they're doing. And anyways, so we're just going to get further and further behind, just like with the Optimus Prime from FANHOME here, further and further behind. If you were an early adopter on that, we only got 4 stages for shipment and they wouldn't change it for us down the road. So anyways, 5 stages at a time here, but we are doing 25 through 29, and I can't wait to get going on it. So why don't you guys go ahead and get up top and grab your seats so you can get that bird's eye view, and we're going to get this thing open. All right, guys, here we go. This is the box, of course, FANHOME right here. Let's get this open. And inside we have our 5 packs. Get those out. We have our build magazines. We'll get those out. And then we have, I believe this is a coffee mug. So let's set that to the side and let's get this box out of here. Let's do the old push it through the table. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. Couldn't have done it without you guys believing in me.
Yes, the power of the dark side.
All right, let's check this mug out that we got here. This is I guess if this was out of stock, they just wouldn't have shipped the parts. Here we go. We've got our mug here. This is actually a pretty cool looking mug. I love the image there with Darth Vader on it. I mean, it's a very small mug, at least for me, but I like a big old giant coffee. But yeah, not bad, guys. Let's go ahead and put that to the side. And we're going to put our parts to the side. And let's get these magazines in some resemblance of order here. Here we go. We got stages 25 through 29. So let's go ahead and get started with stage 25. All right, here we go, guys. Stage 25. Let's get in here and take a quick look through the magazine. But first, I need to put my old man glasses on. I can't see a thing without them. All right, here we go. Let's peruse right through and get to our parts in the back. Here we are. Of course, we are still working on the helmet. There's a lot to do in this helmet, guys, so I'm sure we're going to be working on it for a bit longer. I do like, though, how they sidetrack and you do a little bit of something else and then back to the helmet again. So I think we'll be working on the helmet, the chest piece, the belt, the shoulders. We're working on a lot of different things at the same time. Pretty cool. All right, and here we are. We're going to be, looks like we're going to be mounting that collar onto the lower neck area. And when we get done, we're going to look like that. Let's get started. All right, guys, we're going to get our pieces back out, separate this again. So I just have these wires kind of running down through here to get them out of the way. Get this wire up here. So we're going to put the neck piece on just like this. Okay, the smaller section, of course, going up towards the top. And we're going to screw on these little rivet button looking pieces again. And to do that, we're going to use our Fanttik electric screwdriver. If you guys are interested in a really nice electric screwdriver, you can find this one in my Amazon link down below. All right, guys, again, this is a T-screw. In fact, it is a T6. So let's go ahead and get that loaded up. All right, I'm going to start on this side here. We're going to get these lined up, get our little piece on top of there, and get a screw put in. See if that's got it. All right, I think I got that one. See if we can get this other one now. There we go. I finally got it. See if we can get this other side. Now that side's lined up okay. All right, there we go, guys. It's going to look like that. That was kind of tricky to get those in. You know, we have these like soft collar pieces here. We have D25-1 and D25-2. One of them seems a hair longer. Doesn't say which one is which. We're going to try D25-1 on the top. I think this is D25-1. It's hard to say. Anyways, they're just going to slip over the edge here. They're just like a rubber, almost like one of those things that goes on the edge of your car door. See if we can get that started and then just get it pushed on. Let's try the other one on the bottom, see how it looks. Seems about right. All right, it's going to look just like that. Looks like a nice soft padding. There, you don't want Darth Vader scuffing his neck up. Might need to glue that on. It keeps wanting to just slip back off, but we'll just leave it like that for now. Okay. All right, guys, that's the end of stage 25. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 26. All right, here we go. Magazine for 26. Again, we're going to peruse right past this and get ourselves over here to our pieces. We're going to be working on the belt again in this stage. Looks like we have some more electronics and things to hook up. This looks pretty similar to what we did in one of the last stages with the belt piece. All right, I'm going to be putting everything together on there, and when we're done, we're going to end up looking like this. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, we're going to be bringing this piece over here, and we're going to be attaching these little red washers on, just like we did before on the other one. We got 6 of them. They're smooth on one side, and the other side has a like a detail in it. We want the smooth side to go down, and we're going to put it right over these 6 pins, just like that, and just push it all the way down on there. I'm going to do all 6 of them. There you go. Going to look just like that. All right, now we got the 6 little silver button looking pieces. It's going to go right on top of those. So we're going to push those on the pins just like that. We're going to do all 6 of those. Okay, it's going to look just like that. All right, now once again, we got this little very thin metal screen piece that's going to go right into this rectangular indentation. Let's get a shot from the side here and see if we can get a better look at this. Right here. We're going to go ahead and put this on there. What you want to do is peel away the wax paper here, like that. Yeah, I'm just going to take it off of this. It's just easier for me to see. You can just stick the whole thing on there if you want, but I'm going to take the metal piece off the tape like that. And we're going to put it into this little divot. Get it right down into there and push it all the way in. Okay, it's going to look like that. Nice. Okay, now we got this little silver accent piece here for the red light. Little ring, and it's going to push through the front into that hole right there. Just get that on there and push it in. I like to take the soft end of a pair of needle nose pliers or something to get on there and push it all the way down. Pretty tight fit. It's going to look like that. Now we're going to flip it over this way, and we have these green lenses here that's going to go in. They're going to drop right into these rectangular holes in the bottom here. And I believe it doesn't really matter which way they go. I think they're the same either way. So we're just going to put them in and push them down in there. Snap them in like that. And now the other one, we're going to put it in as well. And I'm just going to use my pliers here with the soft edge so I can reach down in there a little bit better and just make sure they're pushed all the way in, just like that. And now we have the little red lens. We're going to push that in to the hole on the other side of the silver piece we put in. We're just going to get that put in there and push it in. Get it all the way in like that. It's going to look like that on the other side. Very nice. All right, now we got that circuit board with the lights on it. We're going to be putting it in. And once again, it's going to go this way. So this hole lines up over this hole right here. And that's where the screw is going to go in. I'm just going to bend these lights out just a little and get that put in there. Just like that. And then we're going to use a type I screw right there to go in. That's this little black one here. Get back to my Phillips head. Again, FANHOME, you should make all these screws a T-bit or a square bit. Anything but a Phillips head. Phillips is the worst type of screwdriver head you can get. And we're going to go ahead and screw that in. Got that snug down just like that. Okay, now we got some wiring we're going to put in. We have this 2611 as this black and red wire. And it's going to go into the second from the right side. And just want to make sure you have it in the right orientation. And we're going to plug that one in. Just like that. And now we got 2612. That's this more ribbon style cable here. We're going to take this in and we're going to put it in this plug right here. So make sure we have it in the right direction. I'm going to slide it in there and push it in. Just like that. Very nice. Okay, now we have 2608. That's this piece here. And we're going to slide it into here and it plugs in on the far right side. I think I'm going to plug it in first and then slide it in. I think it's just going to be easier if I do that. So let's go ahead and get it plugged in right here. Like that. And now we're going to slide it in to here just like that. Okay. Okay. Now this thing takes 3 batteries and they give you 2. This is, you know, in true fashion of FANHOME, they give you 2 batteries. I mean, I guess they don't have to give you any batteries, but if they're going to supply the batteries, you know, put all 3 of them in there. They give you 2. Perfect. We'll go ahead and we'll put these 2 in there. I might have some of these around. I found some smaller ones. These aren't going to work. I think I might have some of these though somewhere. I got to look around through some drawers and things and see if I can find them. If not, I'll have to pick some up. Let's go ahead and we'll install these, and then just so I don't lose them, and then we'll put the other one in when it's when I get it. Anyways, we'll go ahead and put the 2 in, and then when I get the 3rd one, we'll put that in. All right, we're going to take the battery plate and we're going to put it over the top here, and we're going to screw that down with a type Q screw, which is this one right here. Let's get that one put in. That's a long screw. All right, guys, that's how it's going to look right there. And we are all done with stage 26, so let's go ahead and move on to stage 27. All right, here we are, stage 27. Get a look into here. We're going to peruse right back to our... Yeah, Captain Phasma was a bit of a disappointment, right? Let's get right back to our parts. Oh, nice. Looks like we have a glove. And then we have a few other pieces here. I think for the helmet, it looks like. Yes, very nice. So we'll be adding some... Oh, it looks like we're putting the eyes in. That's cool. Okay, I've been just kind of sticking them in there, but now we're going to be permanently putting them in, it looks like. When we get done, we're going to look like this. Let's do it. Can't wait to get those eyes in. All right, guys, let's take a look at that glove. That's really cool. Nice and soft. Look at that. Very nice. That's going to look cool with the hand in there. Heck yeah, man. Awesome. All right, we got the head and the eyes back over here. Let's wipe those off, get a little dust off of them. There we go. Wanting to be able to see. All right, we're going to take this little frame here that goes around the eyes. And we're going to take, I believe, this one. We're going to put these 3 pegs into the holes here on the lens, on the back side of the lens, like this. Get them lined up. Don't seem like it's quite sized right. All right, this one goes in perfectly right, correct. So why is this one having such a hard time getting in there? It's like it's not made right. Let me give it another shot here. I think I had it turned the wrong way. This seems right now. Okay. Yeah, I must have had that turned the wrong way. All right. Yeah, that's in there. I was like, man, is this not fitting right? Okay. They're going to look like that. Weird. Okay, now we need the inside of Darth Vader's mask here. We're going to be putting these in. Okay, we're just going to take this up and line the eye up over where it goes. And it should push down onto the proper pegs there. All right, let's get the other one in. All right, guys, it's going to look like that. Very cool, very cool. Oh, love it. All right, guys, that's the end of stage 27. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 28. All right, here's stage 28. Let's move right on back to our parts. All right, doing more of the helmet. We're putting a lot more detailed pieces in, it looks like. When we get done, we're going to look like this, these pieces in here. All right, let's get this started. Okay, got our helmet back out here. These are the internal tubes that run behind Darth Vader's nose and eyes. Okay, we got 28-1 here. This is the inner nose tube piece, and it's going to go on the left side, and it's marked with an L on there. You can see that or not, right there. And this is going to go right down here, right underneath his left eye. And it's like a half circle, so it'll only go in there one way, the stud on this. So we need to just line that up down in there and get it pushed on. There we go, just like that. And now we have the right side. We're going to put it on the same way. Okay, just like that. Very cool. And now we have 28-7. That's this piece here. They're all marked here on this little sprue piece that needs to be cut off. So let me get out the GodHand sprue cutters here and just locate where the sprue connects up, and we're going to snip this off right there, just like that. And now we need to look inside the left side of the face here, and down in here on the nose piece, there's a spot for this end to go into. Let's see if we can find it. I have to get the magnifying glass out here. Okay, I can see it now. Magnifying glass is going to help a lot with this. Let me get that into the hole. I have to put the top part in first and then put that in there with a pair of tweezers. Anyways, the top piece is going to connect right up here into this hole. So let's get this down there and get this connected at the top. It's going to be hard for you to see on camera. If I get this pushed in, I don't know, so I can get the nose piece in here. There we go. And get that pushed all the way in. So it sticks into the nose piece there and then connects the other end, connects up here and pushes all the way in. It was easier to get this pushed in first and then just use my tweezers to put that in. It went right in. Okay, now we need 3, again, marked on this little tab here. We're going to snip that little tab off. There we go, like that. Okay, now this end here is going to go into the upper hole of this piece that we put on. And then this end is going to go, there's 2 holes here. It's going to go into the upper hole of that. So let's see if we can get that put on. It's not going to fit into the hole now. I'm going to have to put a little bit of glue on that. Okay, you get that one in there. All right, now we got number 4. Okay, this one's going to be going on the into the other hole and on this side. And I think I might have snipped off too much again. We'll see. Like that. That's a pain in the butt, man. Let's see if I can get the other ones in a little easier, because those were a pain. We got this longer one here. Trim it off. Looks like about right here. Yeah, this one's going to go underneath the nose there. And get it started. And then move this into position, into the nose area, just like that. Okay, now we got 5. That's this one. I'm going to try to leave a little more. Snip it off right up at the end. See if we can get this one in. Now this one's got a better shape on that end. Those other ones I just don't think were shaped right. See how this one goes in. Went in there very nicely. Let's see if we can get this end in. That end went in much easier. And now the last one here. Again, this end is much more narrowed. On the other side, they were big all the way down, so it wouldn't hardly go into the hole. So it was a real pain. I had to shave it down some just to get it in there. See if we can get this one in. All right, that one went right in as well. So there's both sides. Nice. That's the end of stage 28. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 29. Okay, here we are, stage 29. Click on through here. All right, again, working on the helmet. We got some more pieces going into it. When we get done, we're going to look like this. It looks like these pieces here are what we're putting in. So let's get started. All right, get our helmet back over again. Okay, we got 2908. It's marked with an R on it right here. And that's going to go on the right side. We're going to flip this over like this. It's got 2 pegs on it, and it's going to go into these 2 holes right here. So let's go ahead and put that in. All right, it's going to look like that. And now we're going to put the one marked with an L on the left side. Okay, now one's going to look like that. Nice. Okay, now we have the right conductor plate here. It's going to go in on the right side of the head. It's got a little 3M tape on it. Let's go ahead and peel that off. There we go. This one's actually going to go on the left side. It's actually marked with an L. I don't know if you can see under the tape, there's an L. You might not be able to see it. It goes on the left side. So let's go ahead and get it put on. There's a little slot and hole right there. That's where it goes. So let's line it up and push it on. Yeah, it's going to look like that. Now let's get the one on the other side. All right, and that one's going to look like that. Very nice. Okay, now we got 29.4. That's this piece here. And it's going to go over on this side. It's going to go this way around with this little T shape facing in towards the middle of the mask. And we have 2 pegs. It's going to go into 2 holes on that piece we just put on. It probably would have been easier to put on before we put it in the mask. But we're going to get those put in there, snapped in like that. Okay, now we got another one to go on the other side, same way. All right, just like that. Okay, now we got 29.6, and it's going to be going on the right side of the mask. Okay, we got the 2 studs on the bottom of it. It's going to go into the 2 little holes on the eye piece. Okay, just like that. And now we have the other one for the other side. I'm going to put it on the same way. All right, it's going to look like that. There you go. And that is the inside of the mask for now. Very nice. All right, guys, that is the end of stage 29. So let's get back to the main camera. All right, guys, we're all done with stages 25 through 29. Okay, and we have the neck collar put on to the lower jaw neck area of Darth Vader there. Nice and soft edges put on it. It's looking like that. We have the rest of the mask here. We have all these extra pieces that we've put in now, and we're going to let me just set it on top here so we can get a little idea of the whole thing together. Look at that, huh? Check that out. Starting to look pretty good. Yes, it is. Got his eyes put in as well. Nice. We also built another part of the belt here, as you can see there. Comes with a little battery box here. They only gave us 2 batteries, supposed to have 3. And we have the left glove. Very nice. Also, guys, I found a battery to go into the little tester. So I want to show testing these parts real quick, just so you can see the lights working on it. Let's do the chest piece here. Let's get it plugged up. All right, turn the switch on. There we go. You can see the piece is glowing there. Looks nice. The reds and the blues. Very cool. And turn it back off. There we are. All right, now we'll test this belt piece here so we can see the lights on it. There you go. There they are. Nice and lit up. The greens and the red light there. Cool, cool. And then we can't really test this one yet. It is not set up to plug into this tester. So we're not going to test that one, but it's going to look, it's going to look just like this one. So anyways, guys, yep, this is coming right along. Again, like I've said, I enjoy FANHOME's models. I think they're absolutely beautiful models, super detailed, and a lot of fun to build. The aggravation comes with their customer service and their quality control when they can't get your parts out to you, or they're holding your parts because they don't have any binders in to send with it. And, like the binder matter. The binder doesn't matter when it comes to building the model. I don't know why they can't just, go into the system and mark the binders as back ordered and send out your parts, and then just send the binders when they come in with a future stage. Don't know why they just won't do that, but they refuse to. But anyways, guys, enough for that rant. If you want to hear the whole rant, I'll leave a link to it right up here and you can see my FANHOME rant. So I appreciate you guys stopping by, and I just uploaded a new marble run from Roker. If you guys want to check that out, that is in the Roker RoboTime playlist. Love all you guys. If you could be so kind to make sure you can give the video a big old thumbs up and then stroll over there and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely. And I'll see you next time on thechewysolo, and this is Black and Red Builds. See ya!
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.